25? Nah, that don't sit right with the culture. They drop in this new list, top 25 songwriters of the century, and somehow Hove barely cracks the top 25. The same man who gave us Blueprint, Empire State of Mind, Run This Town, and half the Rihanna era. 25 though? Fans say Billboard playing politics again. Like they trying to downplay Hove's pen, because the industry can't control him no more. Meanwhile, he's sliding through Kris Jenner's birthday with Beyonce like it's light work. Be real. Is Billboard underrating Jay-Z on purpose, or did the numbers finally catch up to the legend?
Good morning. This is Morning Sky. I'm your host, Sky. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I myself am a veteran. Yesterday was the Marine Corps 250th birthday. It's wonderful to say that. It's wonderful to say. I don't look a day over 250. Haha. But no. It's a glorious day for veterans. It's wonderful. I think it's extraordinary. It's really great. I think it's a reminder of the selfishness, of the ego, of all the things that make it possible. Not selflessness, not unselfishness, not sacrifice, but selfishness, egoism, and individualism. That is the reason why I joined the United States Marine Corps, because I wanted to get money and benefits. It's really cute when they say all that stuff about, sacrifice and selflessness and unselfishness. That sounds cute, but it's not real. People coming to this place, they can say that, but the real thing is they're being selfish no matter what. I mean, whether they know their virtue or not, they're being selfish. If they say they want to serve their country, good. Whose country is it? If they want to serve their fellow compatriots in the trenches and those fighting alongside them, who is that? Who is that to them? Their values. They care. That means they're selfish. All right. So I just wanted to say that about Veterans Day and much eating and freebies and goodies on today from the various corporations that participate in giving out meals for free to vets. All right. Okay, so I would like to just go right into this. Jay-Z, number 25 on the 25 best songwriters of the century by Billboard magazine. Jay has been on a tear from creating new works, new raps. He's only appeared at the number one spot, I think, once, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. He may have only appeared on it a few times with other artists, with Beyonce, with Rihanna, with Alicia Keys, and his lead or a song off his album, Empire State of Mind, was, I think, his first time for him to have a single from his album go to number one on the Billboard charts. So that's extraordinary. I mean, and he always brags in his raps that he doesn't write. He doesn't write down any lyrics in a pen or pad or on a smartphone or something like that. So that's just extraordinary. He's one of the best MCs because of the business. He knows the business. He was one of the first time I ever heard about publishing. One of the first time I ever heard about masters in a song. I think you can only get that in a rap song anyway. There's not too many pop songs that are going to say, I'm talking about pop. I'm talking about my masters. I'm talking about my publishing. Like, only hip hop can really do that. Only rap has that free range to say that, and say it unironically. Like, I can hear like a country song saying, "Well, my publishing's due, and I ain't got nothing else, and I'm trying to help myself," or something like that. I don't know. I'm writing right now, but yeah. So Jay is that guy. He is that guy for real, for real. He's laid down his mark on the game. He has earned the spot, 20 hailed as one of the 21st century best writers by other by other publishing houses. I think BMI and ASCAP. I think they christened him, the best writer. So he definitely has the chops, and and what is he doing? I think he has new heat. Mavis Bleak, mentioned it in his broadcast. He mentioned that Jay-Z has new fire coming out one day, probably in 2026. It'll be the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. So I would imagine he's going to do something. And it's going to go to number one, of course. His last 14 albums have all gone number one. I mean, Jay's that guy. He almost went the camel rides again. Oh man! So they call me a camel. It means I'm half man, half mammal. that means I'm surviving a drought. Salute to you, Bumba. The camel rides again. Yeah, Jay. You can call him a camel all you want. You can say all these names against him. The man's got talent. The man's got serious. I mean, that's an understatement. He's got serious chops for this game. So, he's one of the few that never, went into acting. He was in a few movies. I think he was in Paper Soldiers or State Property or something like that. But he never really, got the acting bug and let it resonate with him, like LL Cool J or Will Smith or Ice-T, and Queen Latifah, among others. There's a whole long list of rappers that have, even Kendrick Lamar. I mean, he played a crackhead. But Jay has remained consistent for over probably 30 years now. At least 25, and he's the 25th on the list of 25 songwriters. And he doesn't care. Like, that's what I'm thinking. He's like, well, they don't play my show. Well, they don't play my hits. I don't play this show. Well, I don't give a show. Like, he doesn't. He has like $3 billion. He's not caring at all about whether Billboard gives him the number one spot or puts him further down the list. They have 50th, and they said he was 50th. He just shrugs. I can only see him shrugging right now. Jigga Man just brushes the dirt off his shoulder. That's what I can see it as. He's way too big of a fish in the pond in the water to be leveled against by various factions. So is he the only rapper on the list? No. Jermaine Dupri's on the list. I don't know if he raps. Sean Garrett's on the list. I'm not sure if he raps though. I think he just writes. I'm trying to remember Sean Garrett's song. Jay top 10. He is in my top 5. See, he's not in my top 5. Jay's in my top 20, top 30. He's the greatest artist. Don't get me wrong. He's not in my top 5. I still think he's the Michael Jordan of hip hop of all time, rap, everything. He's had misses. He has weird things happen, like MJ going to the baseball, minor league baseball, and coming back to the Wizards. Salute to you, Wizard, by the way. Is it writers or rappers list? It's writers. It's writers. It's any songwriter. So you like Twister? How am I like Twister? You have to let me know, Wizard. How am I like Twister? Or are you asking a question? You like Twister? Let's try to use our grammar here. Use the question mark there, but yeah. I like Twista. Are you talking about Twista? Twista? Yeah, Twista's number 2. No, I'm saying you like Twista. Your list isn't Violet. Isn't Violet? What? Gotta get your words together, Wizard. I'm trying with you. Yes, but I finally figured it out what he was saying. Twista. Ballad. Okay. You must be on a headpiece. It must be translating your words. Yeah. Twister's number 2. And number 1 is Master P. It goes Big Boy of Outkast, Mouse of Clips, Jadakiss, Twista, and Master P. That's my top 5. But like I said, that's my top 5. The greatest of all time is Jay-Z. There's no question about that. He is the Michael Jordan of recording. Yeah, voice chat. I thought so. I think Birdman's number 1. Birdman could be up there. He's one of the best. He has some of the best flows, especially on What Happened to That Boy. He smoked that track. Smoked it. The Jigga Man, I'm not mad. I'm like with him. He's looking at the list like, oh, all right, great, wonderful. Let me return to counting my billions. Like, I can't say that, but what he's thinking that he's like, no, I'm good. Let me get off of that. Let me not boost that. And I need you guys to really support your boy Sky if you want to see these videos, because I will not be on the community section on the Star Report anymore. He's mainly switched it to merchandise. So that's better for their pocket, and I respect it. I just need to get my weight up, get my numbers up like I got my weight up with my writing. I need to have that, 537. If I had 537 views every day, I'd be happy. I got 20 birds on Birdman. Yeah, so that's the reason why. The reason why is, well, I'm not sure, but because it's more money for merchandise. If you have people that are promoting their merchandise, it's more money for Mr. Choice Terrain. So I realize that. Half star call in. I don't have the setup. I'll recommend you cover the trending topics until you get your numbers up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the trending topics. I'm definitely doing trending topics. Everything that I see on the front of the rap zines, I'm doing it. Or get rags from the show to calling like Rory or FBJ. Yeah, if I had that setup, I don't have the mixer. I don't have any boards. It's just me and the computer and the mic. That's it. It's the mic, and that's all I have. Just tossing that microphone before he cut ties. No, he didn't. He may send it sometime this week though. Okay, so I'm just looking at something right now. And we didn't really cut ties. We just, came to agreement that he said, it's more profitable for him to have merchandise instead of videos. He wasn't making as much money with videos than he was with merchandise. Just cover all the urban black media that's going on until you get the numbers up. I'm sure people will come in your room. Even if I get my numbers up, I still might cover urban black media, whatever the case may be. It's still fun as long as it remains fun. That's when I'll do it. When it stops being fun, then I'll just scrap the whole thing altogether. He wants to sell them dolls to pervs. Well, what is that, Bumba? To pervs, dolls to pervs. What about the one guy who said, "Man, I'm about to rape this woman, but you know what? I got this sex doll. and it's going to treat me. I'm just going to, engage in my fantasies with this sex doll instead of raping this woman. I don't find that to be pervy at all. I don't say that's perverted. That's actually correct. Might have to cut the camera on. Might have to not cut the camera on. I'm terrible on camera. I get the blinking. My eyes get to blinking. I close my eyes when I'm saying words. It's awful. It's awful. So no, so no cutting the camera on until further notice. So I start getting some donations rolling in. I'll cut on the camera if I get some donations. Cash App at the top of the screen on the chat, live chat. My boy's staying in Wizard of Oz mode. I have to. Don't pay attention to that man behind the curtain. I'm the great and powerful Oz. No, but Jiggaman, Iceberg Slim, Hove, Jehovah. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't even care about the fact that he never had a number one that I know of, to my knowledge. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Teddy Riley's on the list because it wasn't within the last 20. It's in the last 25 years. It's in the last 25 years, not in total. I don't think Teddy Riley's on it. If it was like 50 years or something like that, yeah, definitely Teddy Riley would be on it. But if I get some donations rolling in, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, to the people in the live chat, then I might reconsider. But until then, everybody gets the beatbox. I didn't mean all that. I didn't mean all that. I didn't mean all that. Jay bit a lot of artists. Yes. And I don't know how the economics or the mechanics of that works. Because from what I understand, Rick Ross tried to get LMFAO to not say every day I'm shuffling. Like he was trying to get a legal situation going on with that, but the judge shut that down. However, Bruno Mars had to pay Trinidad James for Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. I was amazed at that. He paid him like $50,000. It's not much, but that's still like paying for it. So I don't know if Jay had to pay Biggie's estate or Tupac's estate or Ice Cube's estate or so many other artists that he uses, interpolates into his rhymes. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why they put him at 25, because he doesn't. Most of his lines are not his own. Most of them are other people's. They're recycled. So maybe that's the reason why they put him at 25. Wizard says, I don't think he sued when it comes to Trinidad James. I think he gave him a lot of money. Yeah. I said Rick Ross. Rick Ross tried to take him to the court, but Bruno Mars just gave him shot him 50 racks. It was like, here, look, thanks for the line. I'm worth what? He's worth like what, 40 million, 50 million. Trinidad James worth like negative 16,000. I'm guessing. Don't hold me to that. I don't know how much that man has, but it's not Bruno Mars money. I know that much. Free Bubbles. Who is Bubbles? Free Bubbles. I don't even know what you're talking about, but that's all right. You keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your own thing, sir. But yeah, if y'all can help me out, what was Jay-Z's only, if there is one, his only number one single by himself? No feature. I mentioned he was with Alicia Keys off of his album. He's been in number one songs, but not on his own album. And I'm trying to figure out if he ever had a number one single just by himself. Just by himself. Nobody else. Nope. I think Hard Knock Life was like number 5. Nope. Hard Knock Life. But thank you, Wizard. I appreciate that. From Trailer Park Boys. Oh, I have no idea who Trailer Park was. 99 Problems. I don't think that cracked the top 10. I don't think it did. I'm not sure, but thank you for trying, Bumble. I think I really don't think Jay-Z has a number 1 album. He's the greatest, but he doesn't have a number 1 album. So, excuse me. That was a flip. That was a slip. He has a number 1 single by himself as the lead artist. Dead Off His Shoulder. Nope. Nope, not Dead Off His Shoulder. Nope. And I mean, they're all certified. I'm sure they're certified platinum. I'm sure the singles are certified platinum, but they just didn't reach number 1. Do you forgive Ye yet? No, not yet. I may not ever. I will not forget what he did, and nor will I forgive what he did. It's unforgivable. I will listen to his music, but I can't really extend myself and say, I'm a Ye supporter again, and he's in my top list and stuff like that. He ruined it. He ruined it. Oh, here we go. Here we go with Wizard. Jay was a snake. He should have took Ja Rule on tour. Ja gave him his first hit. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's factual. His first hit? No, his first hit was what? Ain't No Nigga? That was like Jay's first song. That was the first song I ever heard from Jay, I think. Ain't no nigga. But again, snakes are cool. Jay could be a snake. Snakes are awesome. We treat snakes so badly in our culture, but they're awesome creatures. They're wonderful. Ye going to Israel to kiss the wall. I bet he will. He probably will. Better MC, Big L or J? Oh, see. Oh, going crazy now. I think Big L or J? I have to get back to you on that. I'm a cop one. Maybe today or another day. Because it's like weird when you talk about that. What is better with Big L, Big J? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Lyrical dexterity? What are we talking about? You can't really talk about longevity with Big L. Obviously, he's rocking in power right now. So it's kind of difficult. Snakes are not cool. Certain snakes will bite you even after you care for them. That's because they're an animal. They don't have reason. They didn't say, "Oh well, I bit him last Thursday. I can't." He's now going to take care of me. They have no conception. They don't conceive of anything. They only go off of percepts. They cannot conceive reality. They just go off of instinct. Ain't No was a flop. In what regard? Big L, okay. I mean, Big L in what capacity? In what way? Writing and his delivery and his overall stage presence. Like I said, he's rocking power to him. You can't say anything beyond. If Big L lived longer, maybe. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. Big L probably could have taken out Jay-Z. He only had one album. I didn't even realize he had an album. I just can see him battling in the park. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Him on the mic in a grainy video and him just flowing like crazy. He had one of the greatest flows ever. His flow was insane. Big L new album was disrespectful to his legacy. I haven't even heard it. Is it that bad? They did a botched job. Jay has a feature on the Big L album. I didn't know that. Oh, actually, I did know that. Yeah, I did know that. Big L and Havoc is Or is that the Mobb Deep one? There's a Mobb Deep one, and there's a Big L project, and there's a few people that were involved with both of them. They came out, or they're coming out around the same time. I heard the new Mobb Deep album was good. Need to check it. Yeah, I'll check for it too. I respect the Havoc. Havoc is one of the best. I think Burn, that instrumental is one. It might be my favorite hip hop instrumental. I love that instrumental. I think it goes so hard. Pause. Ayo. No Diddy. On Nas label Mass Appeal. Yeah. Nas is smart. Nas doesn't care either. He's good. He's got probably like 80 million, $90 million now. Something like that. Not a billionaire yet, but it's good money. That's what I tell you, our culture is so crazy. How do we say somebody has $90 million? Oh, he's broke. He ain't got no money. What? Like, in a sense, that's true, but still $90 million or $45 million or whatever the case may be. Oh, he's only got $3 billion. Oh my God, he's broke. He ain't got 10 billion. He ain't got 100 billion. Nigga broke. I don't know the people that Nas' invention what was with the Rainbow Mob. What? Wizard, you have got to get off that headset. I didn't know the people that Nas' invention. What was the Rainbow Mob? What? I never even heard of such, sir. What are you talking about? Bad took it on all fours. Whoa. Who's bad? What are you talking about? Bad who? What is bad? What are you talking about? Bad Bunny? Took it on all fours. I need a translation. I do too. I don't know where we're going with that. But was voice chat horrible? Yeah, it's terrible, sir. Get on the keyboard. Get on the keyboard. It's messing you up. I know you're much wiser. So, Jay, 25. 25th writer of his generation, of the new millennium. It goes from January 1st, 2000 to December 28th, 2024. That was the cutoff dates for the 25 greatest writers. The people Nas been in business with are with I just say the Q community. They're in the Q. Because that's what they say about themselves. Oh, I'm queer, it's queer cinema, it's queer literature, it's queer business, it's queer. They just say queer. That's their shorthand. So that's what I'm gonna use. I say Q. Shorten all the letters. It's too many. Try to keep up with LGBTQIA plus AHAFNOLMNOP. Not sticking on all fours in my star voice. Are you saying what do you mean? Are you saying literally? Or are you saying because he worked with people in the Q community, Wizard? What are you saying? What do you mean? I still hold that Jay is the greatest to ever do it. He deserves at least this spot in 25. I mean, who cares really at this point? But he's one of the greatest writers. Not too many people can speak that because he's working with. Okay. Well, I mean, I have nothing to do with that. I have no, opinion over that. But if you want to walk that line, go ahead. All right. Today is, of course, Veterans Day. I have to get this off my chest. This is great. I have my core audience, Wizard and Bumba. I don't have anybody else in here so far. If anybody else wants to join, act like you got a pair and step in. I have to say, all the talk about sacrifice and selflessness and unselfishness is not just a bromide, it's false. Everything that you talk about is false. It's all selfishness. It's all egoism. It's all individualism. They like to, give you that idea of, when you're in the recruiter's office. Hey, man, we got a job for you. You can get this. You're gonna get a bonus. You're gonna talking all this good stuff. Once you get into boot camp, it's selflessness, unselfishness, sacrifice, sacrificial. It takes a toll. It takes a toll, and I kept it with me the whole time. I'm here today. I said I want money and benefits. I told a lady friend of mine. She wasn't a girlfriend, but she was a friend. Happened to be a girl. She asked me, "Why are you going into the Marines?" I was like, "Money and benefits." And this is 2007. This is 2007. This is September 25th, 2007. I told her straight up. I told her outright, I want money and I want benefits. And what am I getting? Tax-free money, most of it, and benefits. I get free dental. I have, checkups. I have all this stuff because I'm selfish. I'm concerned with my own self-interest, just as mostly everybody else is, but they don't know the nature of their virtue. That's the fact. That's the reality. They don't know the nature of who they are and what they're about. But they'll say, oh, it's for my team. I got to save my life. I've said this before. I didn't when I was coming up in the recruit training and Marine combat training. There was no class where you jump on a grenade. They just didn't have that. But you will see time and again throughout history, multiple people were awarded the Medal of Honor if they lived or didn't live. Most of them didn't live to tell the tale, but they earned the Medal of Honor because of that heroic act. That's a heroic act. It's an heroic act. Once you smother a grenade for your fellow compatriots. But they don't tell you. They don't give you that sense. They don't give you that. That's why I think they give you the Medal of Honor, because it's not something that is taught. It's just within you. You act not on instinct but on reason. It's lightning quick. It's gotta be fast. You can't sit down and contemplate. Well, if I were to jump onto this grenade, would it affect my bodily? No, and you just do it. And you see, whether you live or die. Most of the cases, I think, have been resulted in death. But there's people like Kyle Carpenter. He smothered a grenade right near his face, and it blew off his eye. And he had massive surgeries that he had to do. So. Wizard said, but you sacrificed your mental health. Was it worth it? Wouldn't you rather be able to live alone or with a wife and kids? You don't sacrifice. I didn't sacrifice my mental health because I didn't ask to have bipolar disorder. I didn't sign up and say, you know what, I'm gonna get bipolar disorder in the Marine Corps. And if I want a wife and kids, I can still get a wife and kids. It's not impossible. I just don't see it in my future. I see myself dying by myself, alone but not lonely. So, it's Veterans Day, and all you're going to hear are thank you for your service. And I'm like, thank you for your support. You pay your taxes, don't you? Thank you for your support. Okay, the live chat's still talking about the previous topic. I moved on. I moved on. But to the Warriors, to past, present, and future, it's all about yourself. It's all about the individual. That's what it always comes down to. I can't beat, my heart doesn't beat for you. My lungs don't breathe in, breathe out for you. My brain can't function and reason for you. We have separate ideals. We have separate motivations. Wizard says, but the bipolar came from the result of you taking mental abuse from those who were supposed to be your brothers in arms. Yeah, that was their point. That was the whole point. They didn't expect me. They didn't say, I don't think. They didn't say, well, we're going to get him to bipolar. So, hopefully he'll get into a position where he's unable to be in the Marine Corps any longer. And I don't think they thought like that. I just thought they in their minds, they were NCOs mostly. It was mostly NCOs. Non-commissioned officers, and they really showed themselves to be more geared towards just coming down on me because I was the only black Marine in the unit. After he went off to the Naval Academy for just a brief stint, just times some kind of small trip. He wasn't there for a long time, but when he was gone, they came at me. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service. Well, I appreciate that, Wizard. Thank you. Sergeant Gunny yelling. What is Sergeant Gunny yelling? I don't know what you mean, Bubba, but that's all right. I think, I don't know. What happens if you stop taking your cocktail meds? Man, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to find out. I'm good. I don't have to drink alcohol. I don't have to do anything. All I know is I've been on an even keel for over, what's it now, 11 years? 11 years I have not been in a psychiatric ward. I know what it's like to not be on drugs. That's not fun. It's like if you took a Lamborghini and just crashed it into a wall. That's what it feels like. You're running real fast. You're going at 200 miles per hour, but you're going to crash into the wall, and it's not going to feel well. So that's what will happen. Did the Marines mess you up? No, the Marines didn't mess me up. I can't blame the Marines. I put it on myself. Those are my actions. That's my behavior. I have to be selfish. I can't be irrational and say, oh, yeah, the United States Marine Corps messed me up. Yeah, the Marines, down on them. They're the ones that messed me up. I can't support them, man. No, that'd be false. Now you're on topic. Thank you for that, Bumba. But no, the military is a wonderful gateway for a lot of things, to get your schooling, to get your housing, to get all kinds of different things together. It's weird how they dropped the ball on especially the Vietnam War Marine service members. They super dropped the ball on them. They even dropped the ball in Korea and World War II. And I'll say World War I. I mean, they dropped the ball in all of the wars, really. All the activities. It's a shame. So you wasn't built for the mental toughness that came with being a Marine, basically. Thank you, Texas, for your hatred. But if I had the right to say I didn't have to go to a facility, to go to a psychiatric ward, yes, I would say that. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that option. They knocked me out with a sedative. and I was driven from Arizona to California. So that would have been true if I had not if I hadn't if I didn't have the mental toughness. What about the homeless veteran? Exactly, homeless veteran. Saying George Carlin said it best: homeless people should deserve a magazine. They deserve their own magazine. There's a walking magazine. There should be a magazine for homeless people. If you were caught by the enemy, would you have told everything you know? It depends. That depends. If it was to end torture, I would definitely say everything. Give it all up. I was asking, my bad, I forgot to put a question mark. It depends is crazy. Yeah, it depends. Well, it depends. Depends is the truth. It's facts. It's not. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I would tough it out. I would wait till they cut off my fingernail. Put bamboo stalks under my fingernails and held me upside down for 3 hours, or pokered me with hot coals or something. It all depend. It would all depend. Man, give them people they check back. You a traitor. Well, you can say that, but you're helping to pay for my lifestyle. So you keep working at it, Texas Carnage. Maybe you can be one too. So where do you travel in the Marines? I started out in South Carolina, then went to North Carolina, Mississippi, Arizona, and then California. I was only stateside. I was never deployed. Yeah, just I'm just joking. Don't bitch up now. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm just joking." Yeah. I'm just joking. Yeah. No, you weren't. You were said, "Oh, I'm gonna joke now and say, what you just said." Honestly, I think any man would talk if you put his man head in some giant scissors. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That it will stop, the torture or any issues related to that. I would definitely just say, nope, not doing it. Here, y'all need to know for information where this is hidden or not, and probably lie to them. That would probably be the best thing. Give them enough information to get a scent, but then doctor the rest of it and lie about it, because that's the best thing. That's what the war we need to fight right now. Well, not we in America. I mean, America may have diplomatic ties to Israel, but Israel needs to flatten Gaza completely. Kids, babies, mamas, sisters, aunties, cousins, nieces, nephews, all of them need to be flattened within debris and turned to dust. That's facts. That's truth. Could we win against the Saudis? Of course. Saudis are a major threat existentially. They're a threat only in terms of ideology. North Korea and Iran are the other main threats. And Iran is the main threat. They're the main ones that we have to look at. But yeah, so for Veterans Day, you have to remember that millions of people have served. Millions of people have served and are serving. I think if there's 2% of the population, it's like, I don't know, 1.5 to 3 million, or maybe 2 million service members that are currently active right now. Yeah, Russia and China, I mean, they're not as strong. They are targets on America for America, but they're not as strong as Iran. If they team up with China and Russia, we're done. You don't know. I don't think they will be because of the Navy. United States Navy is the biggest, strongest, noblest fighting power on the planet. The U.S. Navy is definitely the force that it must be reckoned with. Nobody's touching our United States Navy. Do you get that Golden Corral discount? I'm not going to Golden Corral because they got the sneeze guards and people sneeze underneath the sneeze guards, like little kids and stuff like that. So I'm good. I'm not going to the buffet. They should give you guys a check every Veterans Day. Well, hey, who is they and at what price? You can't just say they should give you a check every Veterans Day. That's a price on the taxpayers. That's even more money. That's more money that has to be spent by the taxpayer. I shouldn't be getting the money that I'm getting, but while it's here, I'm getting it. It's hard to say that. It seems like a conundrum, kind of like an oxymoron or irony, but that's what it is. I should be getting private donations from many donors. That's what I should be getting, private, non-taxable donations. But as it stands, the government is offering me money, so I'm taking it. Who wouldn't? What are you you're too noble? Oh no, I can't take that check. No, thank you. I'm gonna sit this one out. No, it's all right. I'm not gonna take this one. No, you take everything that's supposed to be given to you as it stands, like SNAP and WIC and everything. I'm against SNAP and WIC and all that. Food stamps, welfare, all that. It needs to go away after the FDA, the DEA, the EPA, NOAA, OSHA, NTSB, and a whole lot of other alphabet suits corporate agencies as well. So if we're able to discover the possibilities of war fighting, and that's the thing too, suicides. People commit suicide after tours because they were said to do one thing. Sacrifice. And they sacrificed and sacrificed and sacrificed, and they said, damn, I didn't even do anything for myself. Well, I don't mean anything. I'm less than. I don't even rate to live anymore. Bang, and they're gone. So it's really a serious situation when you have people that are dying in the field, and then they have what they call it, guilt or survivor's remorse. And for what reason? You don't deserve to be called survivor's remorse. You're a survivor. You're not. It's not your fault that somebody that was in your unit their head got blown off or they burned up in a fire. It's not your fault. And we have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that come home and kill themselves or have killed themselves over the years, ever since the Civil War, ever since the Revolutionary War. That's a fact. That's truth. So Veterans Day is always bittersweet for me. It's more than like what it is for Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a little bit serious, a little bit more serious, a little more somber. That's mainly about the dead, and Veterans Day is about the selfishness, the egoism, the individualism that has always been mainstays within the American fighting units. It's gotten quiet in here. I don't know why. Nobody's posted anything yet. Are you just listening or One person's in here. All right, that's cool. So I just am just in awe of people that do the greatest things. They did heroics. I've never claimed to be anybody's hero. Nobody's ever said, I'm a hero. I remember one time on the flight deck during the air show, this little girl came up to me and hugged me on my leg, and I had to stand in parade rest. Parade rest is when you have your feet shoulder width apart and your hands are behind your back, folded, one on top of the other, and you're just standing there. I had to maintain, my composure. I had to maintain, I didn't want to kick her off my leg, or something like crazy like that. But I just had to wait till she had her parents call her over. But that's what it is. Are you going out to eat? Yes, I'm going to Chili's. I'm getting quesadillas. I am going out to eat right after this. Do you still have your uniform and ring? I don't have a ring, but I have my uniform. But for some reason, I don't have all of my uniform. I don't know what happened to the rest of it. I have my boots and utes. That's boots and utilities. But also my service alphas, my dress blues. I have those still. No, I'm going with my dad. My dad's taking me out to lunch. Dad's taking me out to lunch. And it's right up the street. It's in I live on the Delaware Maryland line. It's in Maryland. Used to show a ring. Okay, that's my S ring. That's the ring I have. GI Sky. That's cute. But you used to show a ring on camera. Yeah, that's my ring from like when I was like 15, 16 years old. Yeah, that was from a long time ago. But I could only wear it on my middle finger. And now if I try to put it on my middle finger, it gets stuck. I just put it on my ring finger. Let's everybody know I'm married to myself. Put on my left ring finger. But yeah, so Veterans Day is all about individualism, egoism, and selfishness. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Because the first thing that comes out of their mouth is going to be probably I. And they're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. If I'm saying I'm reflecting the fact that I'm an individual human being. And that's selfishness. So that I can't say that. That's the thing. That's the reason why people go to therapy. That's the thing that I'm always like so amazed at when people say they have to, they're drinking. Like what? And then what? How do you drink and use drugs and stuff like that to cope with the pain? What are you doing? Is it like they know that millions of people have done the same exact thing and they say, "Oh, no, not me. Not me. I'm not. Nope. It's not going to be me. I'm immune to this. I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to get flat off my ass. I'm going to get hammered. I'm going to snort this cocaine. I'm going to shoot up this heroin. I'm going to take fent. I'm going to do all this." Some Marines are cocky as hell. Some are really humble. Well, less lean, not as mean, but still a Marine. That's how I see it. That's running from the pain. When you use drugs, when I lost my mother, I started abusing marijuana, then sober, cold turkey. Yeah, some people can go cold turkey. I like Zach Galifianakis' joke. I went cold turkey on cold turkey. That means I went cold turkey on cold turkey. I don't eat cold turkey anymore. Like, but seriously, I understand. I don't understand fully because I was around it. I was in halfway houses. I was in people that were on, recovering from alcohol and drugs. And I was just looking at them like, God, that's so sad. I mean, you really didn't understand like the mechanics of chemical dependency. What is it? Because it takes more than just being on a drug or on alcohol. You have to have enough money to go out and buy the alcohol. You have to go to an urban setting usually to get your drugs, get your narcotics. you have to go to, you have to use your, it's a weird thing because you're using reason, but it's not really reason. It's like a phantom reason. It's like a ghost or a shell of reason. You're using thought to destroy your thought. And it's sad when I see these stories. I just listened to a story this morning about this guy say he came home with survivor's remorse. I'm like, God damn, what is this? And he was drinking and drugging, and it's like, and then they had the 12-step program and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God. And then they have their chips, and it's been 6 months, it's been 12 years, it's been whatever the case may be. I have a sponsor. My sponsors help me out. And then they have other ailments compounded. They may have physical injuries. They may have mental injuries. They may have mental illnesses that further compounds whatever dependency they may have. I stay on the cush. Okay. I'm all for narcotics. I'm all for legalizing narcotics completely. We should legalize all narcotics. Maybe that would be helpful too, because I would want a rehab center on every corner. There should be a rehab center, like Dr. Yaron Brooks said. There should be a rehab center on every corner, like there's a alcohol, liquor store. It's right next to it, or a few blocks away, should be a rehab center. I mean, everything is compounded. We have a mystical element. We have God. Oh, there's Jesus. He's going to save my soul. Then there's the collectivist aspect. Oh, I have to give it up because I have to be unselfish. I have to be selfless. I have to be sacrificial. Then there's the altruism, which is, I have to care for others. Others come before me. So it's almost like a collectivism and an altruism are almost linked tighter with mysticism. Mysticism can be dismissed. Collectivism can be dismissed. Altruism is a little bit more tricky to dismiss. It can be dismissed, but it's a little trickier. I got a med. Bumba says I got a med card. Most of the rehabs would be empty. Well, what are the mental asylums? Why would you need to bring back mental asylums? What is the draw of a mental asylum as opposed to a psychiatric center? What is the capacity for that? Too many crazy, dangerous, homeless people out here. Well, what are the reasons why they're homeless? Because we have regulations and controls that inhibit people from exploring new avenues in their lives. That prohibit them from creating new ways of extending their lives, of creating better lives. Instead of licensing laws, we need to have open ideas. Instead of having different regulations and controls, we need to have ideas for creating happiness and wealth and joy. They're crazy and dangerous homeless people because that's the people that just say, you go by and you say, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. What the hell does that mean? You know how much work it takes to get a job? You got to have first residency. Second, you got to have some kind of telephone number. You got to have references. You got to have all this in your CV, and you have to have it all typed up. You have to be ready. You have to be pressed. You have to wear a nice shirt and tie. All this has to happen, and all that only to becoming an intern. It doesn't get paid. So when you see a homeless person on the street, you don't say, get a job. You say, maybe one day you'll create a job. Maybe one day you'll be an entrepreneur. And that goes for, the servicemen and women who have been on the streets. I really understand their plight. That's why they need somewhere to go. Well, that's psychiatric wards. I mean, there's charities, there's private charities that are willing to do that. A job ain't nothing but work. Let's see if you know which movie that line is from. I don't know. I'd have to cheat. A job ain't nothing but work. I don't know what that's from. But hey, it's been fun rolling with you guys. I appreciate you. Make sure you share. I need to get my weight up. Need to get my numbers up. If you don't share, that's cool too. I still get paid either way. But I would definitely appreciate it if you did share. Thank you very much for riding with me today. And we'll see you sometime in the morning, probably tomorrow. Happy Veterans Day.